Hannah Duggar, who married Jeremiah Duggar in March of 2022, was often commended by her fans for her graciousness, kindness, and down-to-earth personality. Ever since they got married, she and Jeremiah have been sharing fragments of their lives together as husband and wife. These fragments include notable family occasions as well as significant trips that they have taken. That being said, the photographs taken during their honeymoon have been the subject that has garnered the most attention. The couple's joy and Hannah's flawless taste were beautifully reflected in the pictures. They were placed against the backdrop of magnificent vistas of sunny beaches, sparkling waterways, and welcoming resort settings, all of which made for stunning photographs. Jeremiah seemed relaxed and comfortable with his casual shirts and tropical pants, but it was Hannah who stole the stage with her breathtaking outfits. The admirers were astonished when she stepped out wearing an attire that showcased her natural beauty and flaunted the features that Duggar women rarely display in public. The attire caused fans to experience shock. What was it about Hannah's clothing, specifically, that sparked such a commotion on the internet? A maxi dress with a sun-kissed gown. Hannah's dress, which featured a high slit and flowing fabric, managed to maintain an appearance of sophistication while still managing to project an understated assertiveness. She bore a striking resemblance to a model from a travel magazine, with her hair haphazardly disheveled and the sea serving as a backdrop. The attire that was most likely the biggest surprise was a bikini that was all one piece, accompanied by a sarong made of see-through material. It was nevertheless smart and attractive, despite the fact that it revealed more skin than the long skirts and high necklines that were characteristic of women from the Duggar family. Hannah was a vision of beauty in her form-fitting dress in pastel colors, and she wore it to the honeymoon dinner. The picture of a romance that was devoid of worries was formed by a smile that was full of self-confidence and some stunning jewels. Both sexy and fearless, her relaxed sense of fashion, which included a crop top and high-waist shorts, was already attracting attention to her. Several spectators commented on the fact that it was refreshing to see a woman from the Duggar family wearing apparel that was so contemporary and fashionable. Each and every one of their outfits was able to achieve the feat of being stylish, suitable for a honeymoon, and unquestionably more up-to-date than the audience had anticipated. Fans' reactions: astonishment and division. As soon as the media files were uploaded, the comment sections became quite active. Duggar family devotees, who have been following the family for many years and are well aware of the strict modesty standards that they adhere to, were both startled and interested by what they saw. I am absolutely stunned. I never thought that I would witness a Duggar woman wearing a bikini in my lifetime. Hannah looks really gorgeous. Her face is suddenly filled with happiness and delight. We adore seeing this authentic version of her. Jim Bob is probably about to pass out right now. While some of Hannah's fans were more critical of her style, other followers complimented her style and hailed it as an encouraging demonstration of self-confidence and independence. While some people questioned whether or not her attire was in violation of Duggar ideals, others were afraid that it would lead to conflict within the Duggar family. On the other hand, the replies were mostly positive in nature. Hannah demonstrated that a person's faith and their own unique style do not necessarily have to be mutually exclusive. Many people praised her for this incredible achievement. The importance of challenging the current state of affairs. The Duggar sisters were raised in accordance with a strict set of rules around what is considered proper behavior. The norm was to wear long skirts, conservative cuts, and shoulder covers. According to this notion, the clothing that one wears ought to demonstrate a commitment to one's religion, as well as modesty, rather than drawing attention to one's physical appearance. Nonetheless, traditions have evolved due to the inclusion of new members and their wives. Hannah, Jill, and Jinger all share an enthusiasm for clothing that gives people the ability to express themselves without the burden of societal constraints. Hannah's choice of attire on her honeymoon is representative of a broader cultural transformation that is taking place within the Duggar family, rather than simply an individual choice. By making their wardrobe choices, the younger members are demonstrating that it is possible to show respect for both one's beliefs and one's body. The symbolic significance of a honeymoon. The term honeymoon refers to the start of a new chapter, the experience of being set free, and the establishment of a close relationship. Hannah was under the impression that the garments she was wearing perfectly represented the symbolism. She was not simply exposing her body. She was also conveying her excitement, her confidence in herself, and the beginning of a new chapter in her life. It seemed as though she was using her wardrobe to send out a message that was both subtle and powerful. She had become an independent woman. She can now lower her defenses and find out who she is without having to worry about being criticized, as she is now Jeremiah's wife and business partner. Those who have been following the Duggars for years found it both surprising and exhilarating to observe this. What family members are anticipated to say in response? Anytime that one of the Duggars does anything that is not in line with what is expected of them, the reactions of Jim, Bob, Michelle, and the rest of the family are a constant topic of speculation. Despite the fact that no one from the firm has made any statements, fans have come up with their own theories. Supportive silence. There are many who believe that Hannah's family will choose to remain silent, electing not to voice any opposition to the choices that she makes while continuing to maintain their own high expectations. Silent worry. There are certain people, particularly those who are members of the older generation, who may be raising eyebrows in private. Discord between generations. Given the fact that there are so many Duggar children living on their own, it is possible that some of them are secretly hoping that Hannah will pursue her own independence, while others are unwilling to deviate from their traditional beliefs and practices. Considering the fact that there has been no public pushback so far, the family is gradually but steadily acclimating to the altered conditions. Is becoming an icon in the fashion world a possibility? What about Hannah herself, though? A fresh discussion has begun as a result of the clothes she has been wearing on her honeymoon. Is it possible that she will become a fashion icon? Disregard the strife that is taking place within her family. Fashion bloggers and people who follow the Duggar family have lauded her natural beauty in outfits that are stylish and attractive to her physique. Despite the fact that her choices of attire were not anticipated, they were nevertheless stylish, modern, and something that young women could identify with. Many of Hannah's admirers have expressed their concern that Hannah would encourage the Duggar women of the future to be more open and honest in their interactions with each other and with their followers, and that this may set an example for the Duggar women of the future. Conviction, expression, and autonomy. The fabric or hemlines of Hannah Duggar's garments are not the primary reason why they attract so much attention. The narrative centers around a young woman who is attempting to be faithful to her religious convictions while at the same time staying loyal to herself. By revealing some of the events she experienced during her honeymoon, Hannah was able to demonstrate to her fans that having a sense of style does not necessarily mean that one is rebellious, and that being unassuming does not necessarily mean that one is lacking in personality. She demonstrated that it is possible for joy, beauty, and freedom to live with principles. A more complete and thorough perspective. Over the course of many years, the Duggar family has pondered a variety of issues, including religion, tradition, modernization, and uniqueness. Hannah's decision on which clothes to take on her honeymoon, though it might seem inconsequential, is actually a reflection of a broader trend. The gradual reduction of restrictions within families when younger members of the family decide to pursue their own paths in life. Hannah is not simply Jeremiah's wife. She also serves as an example of how love, emancipation, and self-improvement can transform even the most traditional of legacies, according to those who are watching. Concluding remarks. The clothing that Hannah Duggar wore on her honeymoon not only shocked viewers, but also sparked conversations around love, individualism, and freedom. She confidently embarked on her new life with Jeremiah, proving to the world that women in the Duggar family are also capable of adopting modern styles, and remaining faithful to their principles. Hannah was able to radiate happiness in any setting, regardless of whether she was barefoot on the beach, posing for a picture in an elegant dinner gown, or laughing while wearing a bikini. More than anything else, it was the sheer joy that those who were watching were in shock about.